Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in that wonderful little town of Belfair, Washington, or Hickville, USA, as I do love to call where I live. So welcome to my channel, everybody. This is my October 2025 Paper Pumpkin Alternative video number 14. Now I'm going to tell you straight up that there was a different video recording of 14, but it did that funny angle and I went to edit that video and it messed up the entire video, so I'm gonna have to remake that one here after I get done with this one. So I have this set aside, what I'm going to show you today. I will show you a card of what video number 14 originally was. It was this beautiful little card here. I'm gonna have to redo this whole video. It just did not. I just have a sample is all. That's just kind of how it goes. So this kit is called Cozy Christmas October 2025's kit. You can make 9 cards, 3, 3, and 3, and the envelopes you can cut up and use them. That is what I used for the other card. I just can't believe that did not work. Sometimes it happens like that. Editing is not easy to do. That's why I really choose not to do editing. So this QR code here would lead you to a video that will show you how to put this kit together as it is designed. A visual of everything in the kit down here. It lists those coordinating colors. And as always, videos 1 through 5, I share with you everything that comes with the kit. After that, we just kind of move along. So this one down here would lead you to this set of 6 dies called the Abundant Joy dies. They will coordinate with October, November, and December's Paper Pumpkin kit. But use them for anything and everything your heart desires, everybody, because I sure do. That's the point of having them. So the stamps are Merry Christmas, Joy to the World, Deck the Halls, and the 2 little stars there. So with that being said, I am bringing in the Holly Jolly bundle, which is this delightful little stamp set. We're going to use May the Spirit of the Season bring you hope, happiness, and love. We're going to use that on the inside. We're going to use, this is my Aunt Carol's set. And she was so kind. She hasn't even had a chance to use it, but I asked her if I could borrow it for this paper pumpkin to make a few cards. And she was like, of course you can. So thank you, Aunt Carol. So we're going to set this one here, and then we're going to do, what else? That's the one I wanted on the inside. Bright and happy Christmas wishes. I really wishing you all, yours all the best. I like those 2 for the envelopes. So I'm going to use this one and this one. And I am trying to keep it simple, but this is really a great set, Aunt Carol, by the way. So this includes this stamp set, and then you have, where are the dies? I did have the dies here a minute ago. Well, it came also with this embossing folder, which you're going to see what I did. This is one of those 3D embossing folders. And if you're wondering if it looks a little green, it is because I took a green stamp pad and my garden green, because this is a cloth one. If you don't have a cloth one, use a spot. And I know there is a garden green spot in all of those spots that if you're a paper pumpkin subscriber have gotten. So I just ran it across the side that has the Stampin' Up! Logo on it. Then this die sits in recesses in there. I don't want to pick it up because it'll get ink all over me. But let me, do I have another garden green piece to do? Nope, that's cherry cobbler. I thought I left another piece of garden green out. Anyways, then I set my die down and I stuck my green piece, goes like this here. I set this here, closed it up, put it through the die cut and emboss machine, and it gave me this lovely detail on there. So all those little darker colors, because this is old olive with the garden green ink, it just made them stand out that more. So that's why I chose to do that. I wish I knew where the die package, oh, here it is, so I could actually show it to you. Here it says the Jolly Holly dies. So we have a joy here. We have one for the holly, one for the poinsettia, and one for the bells. And we have these 2 rectangle dies. So I did use one of those as well, and I feel like I've lost my brain here for a minute. So I did this out of the envelope back. So this envelope back, I die cut that die out of this section, and then I die cut 2 joys. You'll see the other one first, but I die cut 1 each of here, and that used the back of my envelope. These we're not using for this one. I decided to go with a dark cherry cobbler for this particular card, but I did die cut all of that out at one time. So we have a card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Layer number 1 is 1/2 of one of the cherry cobbler in real red card bases, right? That's simple. It's 4 1/4 by 5.5. That's layer number 1. Layer number 2 is going to be this piece, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. And you can see these two are kind of like these two little pieces because it's not cut. I'm going to have to glue those down. Now what's cool about this die is all these little bits are raised, and you could put dimensionals behind them to make sure they keep being popped up, and you could just bend them a bit to where they pop up a little bit, right? But what is so cool about this is you can take one of those little rectangles from this kit and you can pop it right in there like so. And that's what we are going to do today. So this is some very vanilla, but we are going to use that as a backing because this is really thin. This is just the envelope. We're going to pop that joy right in the center, do a little stamping on this in some pecan pie, and our card is going to be lickety split done. I'm looking for my stamp in Pierce Matte. I thought I had a, I know I had some scratch paper on it at one time, but it's okay. We lost it. That's all right. So we're going to go ahead and stamp the 3 stars. You can see I've got a pile of them here. Where's the 3 stars? We're going to use those 3 stars in the pecan pie. And this is the new pecan pie. We want the old spot. Maybe, maybe not. All right. I will just take the pecan pie myself, the big one, which needs to be re-inked. So we're going to stamp up here. I'm going to turn it and I'm going to stamp it here. And then I'm going to place my joy on it and see if I want to put it. You know what? I really think it could be stamped all over now that I look at it. That's what the look-see is good for. So I'm going to stamp them here. Oh, here. There. We're going to stamp that whole little bit, and I'm going to need to do a little bit of covering up some of those to make sure I don't over stamp them. So we're just going to do it like this. There. And a little bit here, and I just stamped my finger in it. So with that being done, we're going to set that aside. Now I'm just going to pop joy down here, hopefully. Yes, I'm a little frazzled from my video not doing. It's okay, I don't mind recreating that card. It's just that I did take time and I tried my best to edit it to make it go the right way, but nope. So we just have to redo that card. We just have to redo it. So we have our joy. This is in cherry cobbler. And we are going to glue layer number 2 to layer number 1, which is already glued down to the card base. So I don't want to stick, I want to just stick some glue on these pieces. I really don't want to put glue on to be careful not to and with the heater on, this could dry out really quickly, so all right, let's see about getting this glued down now. I didn't want to cut it down any farther than the 4 by 5 1/4, but all right, so I'm gonna give it a nice little rub down in places, hopefully, and hopefully it will stay down where I have it. I'm gonna bend that up a bit. This, it needs to stay there, and this one needs to go in its rightful spot, which is right here. All right, so I'm gonna take my Joy now, and I'm gonna glue it to this piece that I die cut in Very Vanilla. It was just some scrap, and I was like, oh, that will work. And I'm just going to put that envelope piece on top of it. Now, these are just going to get tucked in here. And then I'm going to figure out if I want to put this on dimensionals or if I want to leave it. And I'm kind of thinking, trying to decide what I do here. I'm gonna not put dimensionals on it. That may not be what you would want to do, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna add some tear tape to this. We're gonna add some stickily glitter glue to the backs. I mean, to the little center points of our holly here. The red stickily glitter glue. All right, I can get this where I want it. That's down. Now here and here, I mean, honestly, I don't think I need to add anything. I'm going to pull this up a little bit. I don't really see where I need to. If you're wondering, I'm pushing in a little bit. I'm not going to add dimensionals behind all these. You could, but I think that's going to really hold its shape. So we have Joy. Let's go ahead and stamp the inside, and we're going to use sentiments from the, what was it, Holly, the Jolly Holly. Yep, that's what this one is called, and we need to do this in Cherry Cobbler. And I'm turning this all the way around, and I can't see it. Cherry Cobbler for the win, right? That's bugging me. All right. May the spirit of the season bring you hope, happiness, and love. That will work for me. And then we have a couple of more for our envelope here. That one and this one. I'm I'm going to do this a little bit different. We're going to do the wishing you right here, because I'm going to use that border stamp I've been using this whole time that has the pine on it. I'm going to use that as well. So put those there, this, and then we will use the garden green. On the back. And then a little bit here, I'm going to stamp off again to make sure it's not too dark there. And then we're going to go ahead and do it at the bottom as well. Now, we need to finish this off. We need to add a little, hold on, I want to close this up. The stickily glitter glue and maybe some green on the leaves. So maybe just on the ones that are touching the card. We'll see here. Oh, that's really pretty. That will bring it to life. I'm thinking we're going to do them all now. All the leaves that can be seen shall have the stickily glitter glue. Guys, I was helping Mr. Hank there with his homework for history, and oh, that was not fun. Basically, it was like, you know, how do you teach a kid to love history when they don't? You can't is the answer. You really can't. So, had to just, you know, basically, okay, this is the answer they're looking for. This is where it is. Read this. The answer's in there. So, I don't know why some kids like history, like I was a history fan. And some, you know, kids just are like, nope, we could do without it. This one, is this the one I was gluing down? Why is that like not? We'll have to wait and see how that's moving? That is bugging me, so maybe it's not. Oh, it's hanging on by a thread. It is just barely hanging on there. So let's actually put that down there. And all the stickily glitter glue makes it all so much better. We could do the little dots as well. This great big leaf. My kind of coloring. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Sparkle, 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 right? Ooh, now that we have the, ooh, that one. Yes, I sound like a monkey. Ooh, 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 right? This one needs more. Need to fill in some of the holes that are there. Because that didn't look pretty. It needs to be filled. Like right there, needs more. All right. Then we're going to add the red to the little berries, and hopefully that will pick up. Yes, the red from the card base from the kit. Now that is a Christmas card. That brings it festive and fun. Oops, got a little too much coming out of my stickily bottle. And I do think we're going to do the joy as well. Okay, let's hope that I don't just ruin this. But I think, I mean, I could just do that. Maybe we'll add the red wink of Stella to the joy. I get a little messy sometimes. I should have done this before I put it on its place, its rightful place, before I put it in its rightful place. But there, we have a little bit of sparkle in there, so we have joy. May the spirit of the season bring you hope, happiness, and love. And our envelope, and that was using the Jolly Holly bundle. That was my Aunt Carol's, or rather is my Aunt Carol's. So thank you, Aunt Carol, and thank you all for watching, and I hope that you come back here and visit me in my Wonderland. And yes, I see some more like areas that need filled in with the stickly glitter glue, so I need to fix those. Sorry, those need filled in a little bit more. As it's drying, it's like not enough, not enough. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you all again soon here in my Wonderland. Bye bye for now, everyone.